Sam. Hopefully it records well. I've never used this app before. But this is my studio production exam. First question, explain the importance of the crew involved to successfully execute a studio production. So basically, the importance of the crew is they're kind of like little parts, like little gears all within one mechanism. So basically, if one aspect of it doesn't work, then the whole production kind of falls apart. So like if the talent freezes up, there's nothing that the rest of the cast can do or the crew can do to make it go on. Or if the video switcher screws it up, the crew is worthless. So really it's part of just a big team, almost like ants in a colony, where everybody has to give their little part to bring it all together into a successful production. So without a whole crew taking an individual job for each of them, meaning director does directing, rack room does rack room, talent does talent, without all of those cohesive parts of the group, you won't have a very good product. So the crew is involved in the way that it just makes everybody's role a little easier by dividing up the work and making it simpler to have a finished product that looks good. The second question, number 2, define the roles of the director. Basically, the director is in charge of making sure the rundown of the show is executed appropriately and that everybody is doing their job and that everything is ready to go. So if, the rack room operator neglects to put their DVD in or screws it up, it's mainly on the rack room operator, but the director has to be in charge of making sure people do their jobs as well. They're in charge of everything. Like, they're the head honcho of the whole squad. So, like, it's kind of like the head coach of a football team. The players play, but the coach is in charge of the whole thing. Director's the same way. So, the more hands-on role, though, like during the actual broadcast, is kind of readying each aspect of the production, saying roll music, take music, cut to camera 2, cut to ready camera 3, stuff like that, where the director keeps everybody in line on his or her track. They have the first and final word on everything. 3, what have you learned about studio production at this point in this semester? And what I've learned is similar to what I've kind of mentioned before, is that there's a lot of work that goes in to a production that you wouldn't think about. Everybody watches the news, everybody watches ESPN, everybody sees all that stuff, but you kind of just take it for granted that somebody has to press the button, somebody has to put graphics up, somebody has to design the graphics, somebody has to write the script. It's all just like a cascading series of events that we're unfamiliar with as viewers, but now that I've seen the inner workings, I just understand more that so many hands go in on deck to get a production to go, and to get it to run smoothly, you need everybody to be operating at the same high level. So I've learned a lot about how much it takes to be successful. So that's my exam. Thank you very much.